Welcome back everyone to Pineleaf Plays the Brawler, where I am here in Karen Amroth, where I've been asked to speak with Melwyn here to find out what I need to do to help the people of Lothlorien.
Welcome to Kareen Amroth. Few only have had the joy of seeing this place.
Few have seen this place in these fading times, its beauty a remnant only of the majesty that it once held. For on the mound Amroth, Lord of Lorien, built his house, on the days before his love was lost, and he himself vanished from Middle-earth. It is said that when the south wind blows upon the hill, if you listen to the sound of the gulls, you might hear still Amroth calling for his lost love Nimrodil, but she never came back. Do not look so sad, Pine Punch. Karen Amroth should be a reminder of happier days. Walk upon the grass and be joyful. Your sorrows will soon will not follow you here. All right.
A moment, friend, before you go.
Yes, you should know that you're not the only hobbit that was come to Lorien in recent days. In fact, I understand that you are known to these hobbits and their friends, and all will be pleased to see you. Frodo Baggins is resting with some members of his company in the crest of the hill. I do not know what errand has brought them to the Golden Wood, or if you have been entrusted with that knowledge of it, but I am sure that they'll be pleased to see you. Oh, Frodo and company are here. Well, how about that? Well then, I suppose I should find Frodo, and I presume Sam is here. Because where one goes, the other one seems to go. And Perry the prankster. And Mary the... the Mary? Ah! Hello there, Frodo. Nice to see you again.
We have come such a long way, haven't we?
When Milwyn told me that another hobbit had come to Lothlorien, I had no idea that it would be you. We have come such a long way from the Shire, haven't we? There is still a long way to go, but here in Lothlorien I have found it difficult to worry too much about the road ahead. You have to tell Sam and me what has happened since we parted. It feels like a lifetime has passed since leaving Rivendell, and several at least since last we saw Bag End. But Sam does not seem so surprised to see you as I am. He hasn't become the chief conspirator of another conspiracy, have you, Sam? Conspirator? Well, oh, Sam, I didn't see you. Oh boy, you hide very well. No wonder he participates in conspiracies.
Hello there.
Me, a conspirator? It is not that way at all, Mr. Frodo. As you know, I'm not cut out for keeping of secrets, despite your teasing. It's just that so many queer things have happened here already, and this place, being as elvish as all, I just come giving up on being surprised when something out of the ordinary happens. And here comes Pine Punch out of the woods, walking big as you please. Well, considering the elves are a lot taller than I are, I'm not too sure about the word big, but okay. Yes, these elves have never had so many hobbit visitors before, I imagine, and it seems to me they find as funny as we find them. You should find Mr. Merry somewhere around the hill, Pine Punch. I know he'll be pleased as punch to see you. He's taking one of his walks and maybe resting in one of the private gardens along the perimeter now. All right, I'll see if I can find either a hobbit walking or a hobbit resting after doing much walking or something like that. Ah, here's Mary now.
I did not think to run into you here. I can tell you that.
Ooh, you're on the wrong side of the mountains, aren't you? Aren't we all? Pippin is around here somewhere, taking a nap, I believe. Oh no, I wouldn't wake him. We'll all have plenty of time to catch up, I imagine. Lothlorien is so peaceful, it's hard to remember how hard our road will be, and has been. I wonder if you might track down Boromir. He hasn't seemed to be having as good a time as here as the rest of us. I think he's impatient to get going again. Well, he does have a city to defend, doesn't he? Oh, but maybe seeing you again will cheer him up. I last saw him on the northwest outskirts of the great clearing from which Cairn Amroth rises. All right, fine. I will go and find Boromir and hope that he isn't in too sad of a shape. Apparently Boromir is ready to leave this place. Well then, that doesn't sound very encouraging.
It is most strange to see you here. Has Eriador been made safe already?
Well, it's a lot safer than it was than the last time you were there. Hmm. Oh, I'm sorry, Pine Punch. My words were born of frustration, not a dislike. Every hour we spend in idleness here is an hour during which the shadow claws closer to my city. I have seen little of Aragorn and even less of Gimli. The dwarf seems to have gotten himself over his distrust of elves easily enough. Even now he is off with Legolas, atop one of the trees in the crest of the hill of Dol Amroth. Speak to him and see for yourself. Alright, so Gimli has become a friend of Legolas. Well then, let's see if I could find him. Do I have to climb every tree in order to do so? As expected, Gimli is here with Legolas. Hello, Gimli.
By Durin's beard, I did not expect to see you again so soon.
I am glad to be surprised. Legolas has been showing me the woods of Lothlorien and the majesty of these trees, so like the stone-carved pillars beneath the mountains, fills the dwarf with amazement. But even on a land of marvels, its lady is the greatest one of all. Still, I am ready to return now to the ground. If you ask me, the trees are best admired from below, rather than standing amongst the branches. Well, I could understand your feeling.
We are just about to search for more patrolling orcs. Why
Yeah.
not come with us?
Yes, what do you think, Legolas? Is there room in our party for a third? Surely Pine Punch will enjoy seeing the beauty of the wood, and the possibility of hewing an orc or three will only sweeten the appeal of such a tour. Alright, I suppose we could do that, and we get an enhancement rune. What do you say, Legolas?
I would be delighted if you were to join us.
The beauty of Lothlorien is best when it is shared, though we must all remain alert, even when walking amongst the trees of Lorien, for the orcs of Moria have come down into Naldurien and are able to sneak past the borders on occasion. Ooh. Okay, I guess we should go.
Though the memory be now dim, of old, elves and dwarves were close in friendship. Legolas of Mirkwood and Gimli the dwarf, through shared hardship, have rekindled the old bonds. Even now they look for orcs to slay beneath the eaves of Lothlorien.
What can I do for you?
Are you ready, Pine Punch? It is possible that no further orcs have crept beyond the borders, but if any have, we must be prepared to do battle. Come then, I will show you the way. This way, my friends. Alright, then get moving so that I know which way to go. There we go. I had been told of the beauty of Lothlorien, but the songs could not do the place justice. I too heard tales, but they were not of the same sort, Legolas. Old friends. Yeah? Well, I don't see anything. The other doors are renowned for their sharpness. Alright, that's... What are you shooting at, Legolas? I guess I'll have to find out in a moment, right? Oh, let's go and see. Well, save some for the rest of us. Uh, oh, you and Pine Punch will have your chance. The orc was just a scout. Here they come. Here we go. And let's get on here. Oh, new deed, Orc Slayer. Wonderful. Hey, I didn't get... Okay. I presume that when you were in that one where you killed an orc in an instance earlier in Lothlorien, that was before the full zone was created. Let's press on. There may be remnants of this troop still within the woods. Yeah, right. Which way? This way. It saddens me to hear that there are orcs here. Yeah, my axe delights in it, but this dwarf is saddened for the sake of the lady. Oh well. When you said Gimli, do your dwarves' eyes detect any more orcs nearby? Aye, there be orcs close, but it's my nose that tells me. Oh well. Let's whack. All right, your turn. Hey, can I pummel this one? He doesn't last long enough. I will protect the beauty of Lorien. All right, there we go. Well, that should take care of slows them down a little bit. You're not the only one killing orcs. My tally grows. Be gone, orc. The orcs are dead. Your wounds do not suit you, friend Galath. Oh, words do not suit. Well, what did he say? Too many dwarves have come to Lothlorien in recent days. Another has come to the border. It is asking for you. For me? Out of respect for you, Pine Punch, and as a courtesy to the good that you have done us, I have been told to find you and send you to the eaves of the wood. A stranger has arrived on our borders. In these unusual times, such a visitor to Lothlorien would have been seen only once. This stranger is a dwarf, and he is asking for you. All right? Which way? This way. What dwarf would willingly come to this place? Do not take it to heart, Gimli. Neither of our kindreds have been friendly for some time. Well, let's see. He's welcome to come to Khazad-dûm if any time he wants. I will tie the blindfold myself. Oh, Gimli. I'm not too sure Celeborn would appreciate that, but yeah, well. Gimli, glowing sun. Bosie? You're a long way from the Iron Hills, Bosie. Well, yeah, he's been in Khazad-dûm of late. Things have been not have been going well with the Iron Garrison in Khazad-dûm, Pine Punch. Mazak still rules much of the deeps and many of the levels of the stronghold in Zabagatho, and many good dwarves have fallen to his forces. Some, like my own son Bori, are still captive, or worse. I cannot bear to think what torments they may be suffering behind the walls of Zabagatho. Still, the dwarves of the Iron Garrison struggle to reclaim the hidden caverns, but for every beauty that is on earth, two evils seem to spring forth from the depths. I have come to enlist the help of the ruler of these elf woods. If Celeborn of Lothlorien wishes to reap the benefits of friendship with the dwarves, he must reciprocate in kind. You are trusted to these elves, Pine Punch. Tell this warden, this sentry, of our plight. Perhaps they will listen to you. All right. We'll have to see. We will bring the dwarf to speak with Celeborn, but you will be held responsible for him. You will be accountable for any of his actions while he remains within the Golden Wood. Come with us. All right, let's go. What do you think, Bosie? For the sake of the Iron Garrison, I have put up with the indignity of being blindfolded during the passage here, but my people could teach the elves of this place something of courtesy were they to visit Khazad-dûm. Let us see now if the ill manners of the elves spring from their lord. Well, we'll have to see. Such indignities will be forgotten if Celeborn will help the Iron Garrison. Lord Celeborn and Lady Galadriel are most gracious. They will listen to your request. But will they do more than listen, I wonder? It is said that the Lady of these Woods wields terrible power. Said by those who know little or nothing about the Lady Galadriel, Bosie. Her power lies in wisdom and in kindness, even to those who mistrust her. This way, please. All right. I think they could use a good landscaper. Yeah, here they are. Welcome to Lothlorien, Bosie of the Iron Garrison. At your service, Lord Celeborn and Lady Galadriel of Lorien. If you know the Iron Garrison, you must know of the troubles that have befallen us. I know that one who enters Moria should expect to find troubles within. I should be surprised to learn that it was not the case. Would you say the same if it were your home that needed reclaiming? Was the danger that came to my home of my own making? I had thoughts of the elves of Lothlorien would be more courteous than this. But I see now that I was wrong, and that you are content to live the seclusion until all else is destroyed. Perhaps you should tell us what the hardships the Iron Garrison faces within Moria. Yes, well, so I shall. Pine Punch has been a great help to us in the mines. We have won several battles against the orcs, but always they return, and in greater numbers. Our miners work to unearth new passages, but nameless creatures lurk within the most promising. And now my son Bori has been captured by Mazog, ensnared by them. Gurthral is known to me. I did not know that he left Mirkwood. I will send a number of Galathrim to aid your people in your efforts. The times are too dark for the friendship of our peoples to remain lapsed. Come here, Pine Punch, and you too, Gimli. My lord's decision affects you both as well. Well, yes. Now, when you think on it, Celeborn didn't decide to send people there until he knew that Mirkwood was involved. I guess he decided that was one thing too much. Now, let's see, because I was trying to see what Galadriel's words were in there, but it looks like that you can't look up on those. Oh well, too bad. Because I was too busy reading one set of words, and then another set of words comes up. The Lady of the Galathrim has much wisdom, and is her wish that the dwarves not face the darkness of Khazad-dûm unaided. So it will be, and you too shall stand against whatever evils lie down beneath the mountains, Pine Punch, if this is your wish. Well, I suppose that's going to be what I'm going to have to do anyway. Not exactly my favorite part of the epic story, but as I said before, I think it'll be an interesting test of the Brawler to see how I do in this section. What do you say about all this, Gimli?
I would have the mines restored, but my road lies with Frodo.
I wished I could help with the Iron Garrison with their efforts at Khazad-dûm. The mines have wrought me great sadness, but I would have them restored, and the Iron Garrison will need able-bodied dwarves if that's to happen. But I cannot. My road lies with Frodo, and I will see this errand through before I return to the mines. The need of the Iron Garrison is great, But glowing sun does not turn aside from one charge to begin another. I am struck by the thought, Pine Punch, that both these tidings may not have been unknown to the Lady Galadriel. At my first meeting with her, it seemed to her that she offered a choice between continuing the quest and leaving it to others. And here arrives just such a point of decision. Yes, there is that enhancement rune, or the blade. Well, obviously, those weapons are useless to me, so I might as well take the rune.
I have made my decision.
I will not abandon the quest with which I have been charged. I hope you will give Bosi and the rest of the Iron Garrison the aid that I would have provided if I were there. When the errand with the company is finished, I hope to return to a reclaimed Moria, and your efforts will help make that possible. Bosi said he would return to the Chamber Crossroads near Durin's Way in Moria. Go now to him, and give him both my regret that I cannot now return, and my fervent good wishes for his success. Very well. I need to go to Bosi, and I'll speak with him in the Chamber Crossroads when we return for the next episode of Piney Plays the Brawler.